They said my tractor was an eyesore, even sent me a violation notice demanding I get rid of it. But that old 1952 Ford 8N isn't just metal and rust, it's family history. My grandfather used it to build this land, and no HOA Karen was going to erase that with a letter. I remember the day I got that notice, all fancy and official looking. It might as well have been written in crayon for all I cared. This tractor had ploughed fields, hauled hay, and helped raise barns long before these suburbanites decided to plant their McMansions on what used to be good farmland. When I tried to explain the tractor's significance at the next HOA meeting, you'd think I was speaking a foreign language. The board members exchanged looks of disdain, barely concealing their snickers. One of them, a woman with hair so stiff it could probably withstand a tornado, had the audacity to suggest I upgrade to something more modern and less rustic. That's when I knew reasoning wasn't going to cut it. These folks needed a more hands-on lesson in respect and history. As I left that meeting, my mind was already churning with ideas, much like that old tractor's engine on a cold morning. The next day, I fired up the Ford 8N before dawn. Its familiar rumble was music to my ears as I loaded up the trailer with a special delivery. I made my rounds through the neighborhood, paying extra attention to the driveways of those board members who'd been so quick to judge. By the time the sun peeked over the horizon, their precious imported cars were buried under mountains of fresh, pungent manure. Each pile was artfully placed, courtesy of the very tractor they'd tried to banish. I'd left my calling card all right, and it wasn't some flimsy violation notice. You should have seen their faces when they came out, all bleary-eyed and clutching their designer coffee mugs. The shock, the outrage, the dawning realization that they'd picked the wrong fight with the wrong farmer. It was almost worth the trouble just to see that. Word spread fast in our little community. Suddenly, my tractor wasn't just an old piece of machinery. It was a symbol of rebellion, a reminder that some things are worth fighting for. People started coming by to see it, to hear the stories of how it had shaped this land long before their cookie-cutter houses ever broke ground. After that day, nobody dared call my tractor junk again. The violation notices stopped coming, and the HOA found other battles to fight. As for me, I kept that Ford 8N right where it belonged, proudly displayed on my property. Because sometimes karma doesn't knock. It drives a tractor. And let me tell you, there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of teaching a lesson with a piece of history that some folks were too short-sighted to appreciate. My grandfather would have been proud.